Hello, dark readers and everybody on Dark Side of the Library. We are going to be talking about tarot cards and oracle decks today. I am really excited because I just literally opened an Amazon box with the Buffy the Vampire Slayer tarot deck, which I pre-ordered a month. No, oh my goodness, 6 months ago. I don't know where my brain's at. Okay, just so briefly before we get into all that stuff with all the awesome tarot cards and whatnot, just briefly, I wanted to say if you do have any questions about the tech that's in the forefront of our carousel today, feel free to ask in the comment section. I am more than happy to answer any of those questions. Wow, the Blue Yeti is on sale. Oh my god, 31% off. That's a really good deal. So just I wanted to point that out. And we will get into our astrology. My brain. It's afternoon. I should be here now. Okay, so we're going to go over one tarot card deck to start. This one, I feel kind of bad because I never read the book, The Night Circus, before. So I can't tell you exactly how these cards relate to the novel itself. So I'll just break down the cards, just ordinary cool cards. It's all black and white. You can see it's beautifully gilded with that. It's not quite gold. It's more brass or like silver mixed with gold. It's pretty nice. So this is the Phantom Wise Tarot. This is by the same author who did The Night Circus. So this is Erin Morgenstern. Yes, I did have to look. I still have yet to read the book, and I'm ashamed. I am ashamed. So here is how this whole deck looks. Beautiful. I love this so far. Here's an up close of that. Gorgeous design. So here's another thing is this guidebook. Let's open it. So very cool. Everything is a black and white illustration. Ooh, we even have, this is the Down the Rabbit Hole spread. So we do have some tarot spreads that are related to I'm assuming, to the book, the Night Circus book. One thing too is that these are all, so the major arcana and the minor arcana are all the same shape, size, etc. And we do have I don't want to speak too soon. I don't actually see a reversal reading for these. So it's just an upright reading. You can kind of see that. Let me go further and just triple check. So the minor arcana, it's the same thing. And I think they use the traditional suits. So wands, swords, coins, or pentacles and cups. So that's pretty cool. Let's look at the cards further. I have to get them. This is a really great quality deck. It's almost canvas-like. They're really easy to shuffle and separate. So that's really handy. And they're not too big. They're not quite standard card size. They're a little narrower, but they're very nice. So here we go. And they're very gothic and fun. Here we go. This is the Five of Swords. I'll give you a few close-ups because I know Amazon gives us a few snippets of what these cards look like, but sometimes it's just not enough to decide whether or not you actually want the deck. So I wanted to give you guys a bigger preview. So here's the Nine of Swords, lots of swords. Let me skip over. This is the Pentacles. Here's the Seven of Pentacles. These are gorgeous, beautiful, simple illustrations. Let's see some major arcana, if I can find any. The Eight of Cups right here. And I just want to do a few major arcana cards before we move on to our next deck. Thank you for product clicking as well. And like I said earlier, here we go. Here's Death. Of course, that's the first card I pick. Temperance. Stunning. Gorgeous. Okay. And then I'll do two more. Here we have the Devil. If you've ever watched The Night Circus, let me know because this is just something I really have to watch it. But it looks like these are cards or characters or scenes maybe from the book itself. And it was created by Erin Morgenstern. So if you're interested, if you love the novel, this would be a great addition. Or you could even have this as a pair of gifts for a friend, a family member who really like gothic fun reads. So check this one out. This is Phantom Wise Tarot. Hi, Sean. What channel is The Night Circus on? It's this is a book actually. So I hope I'm not, yes, good, I'm not wrong. So it says here, from the author of The Night Circus. So it's a book. It was a really popular book. Carrie knows way more about it because she actually reads it all. It's like her yearly read, and I need to actually read it. She's very upset with me that I haven't read it, understandably. It's a classic kind of gothic tale. So this is a great tarot deck to go along with that whole theme of the night circus. The circus comes to life, or comes alive, or comes to town in the middle of the night, is kind of the basic plot of the story. All right, let me move on to our next item here. So I forgot entirely about my candles, so I'm skipping over those. But if you wanted to just kind of go through my carousel. Oh, did I say that? No, I might have said that. I say all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm not I sometimes am really bad at articulating what I mean. I get really excited. My brain goes faster than my mouth. So all the candles in my carousel are nice. I'm not going to give you a candle that I personally hate. So like this Palo Santo candle, I personally like if you're looking for something not too sweet and, it's more refreshing. It doesn't quite have 100% Palo Santo scent, but it's earthy. It's woody. It's really nice. And personally, probably shouldn't be burning Palo Santo all the time because of the environment. Just saying. Okay, so the next deck I'm going to talk about, I didn't grab it, so we're going to skip it. I'm going to go actually through this next one here, the Tarot of the Owls, and then I'm going to talk about the Buffy Tarot card deck because that's the one I'm really pumped about, and I literally haven't looked at it yet. So I just opened it 10 minutes ago, so I'm really pumped about it. Here's the Tarot of the Owls. This is by Pamela Chen. This is beautiful. It's a big box. You can see there's a magnet here, so it stores your cards really nicely. And it has this beautifully illustrated giant guidebook that comes with it. If you like owls, this is totally, here, let me put this one back. This is totally going to be a great deck for you. It's not super dark. So if you're not looking for a dark, sinister deck, but something more nature, this is really cool. Spring's coming up, so, or is it? It's not quite spring yet. Daylight savings is, though, clearly, with my brain. So here we go. Let me just show you guys some of the photos. There is a full page illustration that comes along with every single card. That's very generous. I love it. I really do. So something cool, too, is we have our reversal reading and upright with Owls of Wisdom. It's really cute. We have just your basic description of the card, and it's not super wordy. Very cute stuff. And let's see if we have, I'm going to see if we have different spreads that might be owl spreads. I don't know if they do. So there's, oh, they do. Here we go. Here's some owl spreads. Look at how cute this is. So we have a spread your wings spread. What's this one? This is this is also a spread your, wait a minute. Tarot self spread, other spreads, intuitive flight spreads. Okay. Very cute. Very cool. Let's actually check out the cards. So it comes in this massive box. I love this. Very beautiful illustration. The cards are shiny. So I know some people don't like shiny cards. In this case, it's not too bad. It's not like blaring in your face kind of shiny. And these are really vibrant. I'm glad my lighting is actually doing really well today. So you can actually get a pretty decent view of what this actually looks like. Aren't they cute? I love owls. I went to an owl cafe in Japan, and granted, I'm not sure if I'm okay with the owl cafe, but it was really cool to actually like hold the owls. They're very cool, very beautiful creatures. So we have a lot. I mean, if you are familiar with some like the tarot themes, our swords theme tends to be pretty brutal most of the time. So the cards themselves, though, even though they might be kind of sad or darker themed cards, they present I guess more of a hopeful illustration, if that makes sense. So, which I like. So, and we also seem, at least that this is something I've noticed too, is like wands tends to be in a springtime themed background, and then swords tends to be winter. We also have beach themes for cups. So just some fun little details I've been picking up as I've looked through this deck a couple times. It's really cute. So if you like owls, these are really fun and great. It's a great gift too. And honestly, that guidebook is totally worth it. I mean, $28.79 right now just for this huge deck with a huge guidebook is totally worth it. So check this one out. This is by Pamela Chen. It is the Tarot of the Owls. And let me put this away and I'll share with you guys the cover again real quick before I put it away because it's so cute. Totally not what I was thinking, what the Owl Cafe was going to be. Thankfully, it was holding them versus what I thought. Oh, what were you thinking? I don't know what an owl. Oh, goodness, like eating them? That's evil. That's where my brain went. No, I would never do that. Okay, that's funny. All right, so moving on, the next deck, which I'm very pumped about, is the Buffy deck. So hopefully you guys are also pumped about it too. It's 30% off today. It's stupid. Why is it when I pre-order it, it's full price, but then immediately it goes down in price? Whatever. I don't care. It's the Buffy Tarot card deck. If you're a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan, you have to get this. It is so cool. So I think this is, yeah, it's inside editions. They've been really fun. So if you like mixing pop culture with your tarot cards themselves, I think this is so, they do a brilliant job. They have typically, let me see if I can find it. They usually have a different spread for each themed box for this particular brand. So this is the Nice to Meet You spread. I'm so excited. Prophecy Girl. Oh, this is great. And we also have A World Without Shrimp. This is hilarious. So if you are a Buffy fan, this is perfect. So I'll just share with you guys the actual card or the inside. I like the purple and the pink. It's fun. And it still has a little bit of that sinister vibe I'm looking for. Oh, it's so good. So here we go. Let's look at it. The cards are beautiful. Oh my God, they're so good. They're so good. I can't stop. Okay. Look at that. This is the best design I've seen on any of the inside edition cards, I have to say. So just a beautiful back. Another thing too with inside editions is that usually these cards, they're really sturdy. Sometimes I think I'm picking up two cards because they're thick. And they have this really interesting edge here where I don't know, it's like it doesn't slip out so easily. I don't know what to say. It's weird. I don't know where my brain is going here. Let's look at these pentacles. But how many? 10, I'm assuming, if we're going to go Roman numerals here. Oh, yes, we are. Here's the 9 of Pentacles. I love the art style. I need to figure out who did the art for this. The 8 of Pentacles. Let's move a little forward here. Ooh, the 2 of Pentacles. God, this is adorable. It's so fun. Like, of all the urban dark fantasies, Buffy nails it. It's like the best. We have Scythes as a new minor arcana. That's perfect. I hope they have stakes. Please have stakes. Here is our 4. I could read of Scythes. Let's move on. We have the 3 of Scythes. This is awesome. Some of these, so I've been wanting to rewatch Buffy again. I think it's on Hulu right now. And I used to do a Buffy rewatch all the time. Here's Chalices. But there are some scenes that I'm like, oh, I remember this. And then there's other ones where I'm like, oh, crap. Clearly, I need to rewatch it. Stakes. Thank you. She has stakes. Perfect. 7 of Stakes. Let's move. I can move on to the major arcana. I'm just going to take a few more minutes with the Buffy. Oh, God. I love it. I have a friend who is way more of a Buffy nerd than I am, and he would love love this tarot card deck. Oh, the Fool. I'm sorry. Okay. The Magician. Yes. Perfect. Willow. We also have the High Priestess, which, okay, I'm trying to remember what her name is, but it's not Buffy. Oh my God. What is her name? It's going to drive me crazy. The Empress. Here we go. And then the Emperor is actually Buffy. Here we go. This is so fun. This Giles is the Hierophant, of course. All the Lovers. Sorry. I think allergies are finally kicking in. The Chariot. Oh my God. This is perfect. And we have here, oh, the Hermit. I love them. I love them. Okay. So I'll do a few more here and then we'll move on, I guess. Although I want to just hang out and do Buffy readings all day. If anybody wants a Buffy reading, let me know. Knight of the Chalice of Chalices. Oh, wait. Oh my God, I went too fast. Queen of Chalices. And one more, I guess. I can't show you the whole deck. Here is the Nine of Scythes. I love that they have scythes. So it's stakes, scythes, cups, or chalices. And what's the other one? Did I miss one? Hold on. Oh, pentacles. Okay, that must have just been really fast. Cool. Would Anya be the... Anya, I think you're correct. Oh my God, it's been such a long time. I really do need to rewatch Buffy. I used to read the comic books too as a kid, the old school Buffy comics, and they were my favorite thing growing up. I don't know why my parents let me do some of these things when I was like 8 or 9, reading Buffy the Vampire Slayer, whatever. Check out the Buffy the Vampire Slayer tarot card deck. This came out today. And it's already 30% off, probably to entice people to get it, but it's really cool. It's totally worth it. It has its own spreads. It features a lot of scenes and characters we all love and adore from the Buffy world. So yeah, and this is honestly one of my favorite Inside Edition decks. I'll show you guys another Inside Edition deck just so you guys can see. And it's one of my, I hope I put it in here. Maybe I didn't. I think the Alice in Wonderland deck is an Inside Editions, and it's actually really good. So here we go. I'm pretty sure it's Inside Editions. Show me. Yes. Okay, so this one came out last year, and I really like this one too. I'm not a huge Alice in Wonderland fan. Like, I like it. It's great. And I like the Disney version as well. But I'm not, a lot of people are really hyped up about it. It's not like crazy for me. But I still really adore this deck too, because just the art style. So let me break this one down for you as well. Here we have the back of the Alice in Wonderland cards. You can actually see we have a cute little teapot. Here's some cute cups stacked. And this one's 10% off today. Same fantastic quality as the Buffy cards, although I think they're definitely honing in their skills, Inside Editions, the brand at least, because these ones don't have a lip on it. So it's easier for the cards to just kind of slip out. But, you know, to each their own. Okay. Here is our guidebook here. Okay, so Sean, it's not that I don't like those things that you mentioned. It's the whole premise with the author and what he's actually writing about. And it just kind of creeps me out a little bit. Like, there's a whole undertone and backstory here that people just seem to ignore. Carol was not an innocent man. Just saying. I have a problem with it. So, and maybe that's just on me. Can I get past that whole thing? No, not really. Because it's in your face, because Lewis Carroll does that. I'm not going to get on my soapbox. I like some of the themes with Alice in Wonderland, clearly. Love the caterpillar. Love the white rabbit. I love a lot of those things, but there's other things I don't like. Okay, so here's the booklet before I continue my soapbox. So again, with Inside Editions, the minor arcana have smaller cards. It's still colored, which is really cool. Reverse and upright meaning. But the major arcana has full color photos which is really cool. I like how generous they tend to be. Sorry, I'm wiggly. With inside editions so that you can actually see the whole card here. It's really beautiful, beautifully illustrated. For the Alice, they do have also inside editions is pretty famous for creating their own suits according to the deck. So for instance, this minor arcana has hedgehogs, flowers, spears, and teacups. So all of them. Oh, Sean, don't do that with Buffy. You're right. No, Sean. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to ignore you. I'm very upset. Okay. So also with inside editions, they have their own themed spreads. So here, I'm ignoring Sean. We have our key, the doorknob's key spread, which is really cute. I've actually done this spread and it was really fun. This one's Follow the White Rabbit, very simple 4-card spread. And then we also have here the Cheshire Cat's Conundrum. So it's really clever and fun. Let me show you guys the cards. I've done a few readings with these cards and they're really awesome. It really is. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see. Here is our 10 of Spears. For me, this deck kind of reminds me, it has a bit of a retro children's book illustration vibe to me. I could be wrong, but that's just what it feels like to me. It's just playful. And it's perfect. Even though it is featuring most of just the Disney stuff, it still feels straight out of a story, like a storybook. It combines the best of both of those worlds. The flower cards are gorgeous. Okay, let me share with you some more of these major arcana cards. We have the Magician, of course. The Mad Hatter has to be that. Sorry, I have to sift through some of the. Oh, I haven't shown you guys the Hedgehog card. Very cute. And I did think the Hedgehogs was a very clever addition. Here we have the Pair. Whoa, so this is a new card, not traditional. I'm not sure which one that's equivalent to as far as like traditional tarot goes. Let's move forward. I think when you go into the royal suits for some of these cards, you'll get fuller illustrations like actual scenes or characters as well. So inside editions, again, for those of you that just joined over on YouTube and on Amazon Live, Inside Editions is a great brand to look at. They have a lot of different tarot decks that they've been releasing all throughout the year. They make great gifts. So if you're looking for something that's really unique to give to somebody, they like witchy stuff, but they also happen to like Marvel, you could probably find a tarot deck from Inside Editions that features 2 favorite things, and it's a great gift. All right. I'm going to wrap this one up. I'll do one more card. Here's the Fool. Again, and the way that they've designed these cards too, the characters are perfectly associated with whatever major or minor arcana cards. I really enjoy them. So this one, just briefly, was the Alice in Wonderland tarot card deck, but I still love the design of that Buffy deck more than this one. I'm playing favorites. Okay, so here's our next deck. I don't think this one is Inside Editions. This one, it's Potter. This is definitely Wizards of the Coast. So this is the Dungeons and Dragons tarot card deck. This one's on sale too. What are you? 10% off. So not too bad. So I will tell you a few spoilers here. A kind of a little things that aren't necessarily the best about this deck, but I still really enjoy it. So let me just share that tidbit of information with you. I have to open it up first. So you'll see here, the illustrations are really, really pretty. They're beautiful illustrations featuring, all kinds of classes, different races, different gods, it's really cool. And it has a bit of that storybook style again, but here's something that you may notice. So for instance, this card, it's a 10, but what is it a 10 of? Nobody knows. So it's a little frustrating because you don't know. It's not indicated on the card. Because our minor arcana is divided up into stats. So it is, we have our strength section for our minor arcana. We have intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. So you have to kind of dig through this book. Granted, it's not a big deal. That's why it's a kind of a problem child part of this deck, but it's not that bad. So you have like 4 options essentially to figure out where this card is, and it's fine. But I wish that they indicated on the card exactly what it was, a 10 of strength, the 10 of whatever, but it doesn't. And even I thought maybe I'm just not geeky enough. Maybe it's about the suit. So for instance, this, I was like, hey, maybe that's strength. And it might be, because that's the first thing I think, but maybe it's actually in charisma. So it's a little frustrating as far as navigating. But the other thing, the cool parts about this deck is you can actually use this for your D&D games. So there's a lot of cool things. So for instance, here in our guidebook, we have our Wizards of the Coast D&D symbol right here. If you're just lost, or if you want to do a one-shot game and you're like, I don't really know how to start this off, how are my people going to get together? You can just pick a card from this. So I'm just going to do that right now. I picked a 6 of who knows what. I'll go find it. We'll find it via the picture association. Hopefully I find it soon so I'm not boring you with my words. Boring you with my words. Okay, sorry. I'm finding it. I promise. Okay, here's my 6. So what it says here is you find a gem. When you turn towards a distant mountain, the gem pulses and glows. So that can be used in your D&D game as kind of a startup. Or if you just wanted to create a whole scenario, you could pull 3 cards if you wanted to and get a story even. So it's a really cool deck if you are looking for a way to integrate your actual D&D games, and you can do an actual reading. So there's no upright or reversal reading for any of these cards, but it's a really short, very broad stroke bit of the card. So for instance, that 6 again, it says our ability to become a child and play in the world, a return to innocence. So whatever that means to you, and if you wanted to reverse that somehow in your brain, you can do that. So let me just share with you guys a few more of these very cool illustrations, and we'll move on from this deck because I have a lot. Here we go. So, but it is a beautiful deck. I don't regret it. It's very cool. And yes, just like Sean said, just in time for the D&D movie coming out, it has Chris Pine and his dreamy blue eyes. Oh yes, good old Chris Pine. Is it Chris Pine that? No, that's not the Chris that Miley Cyrus was married to or dating, right? There's so much drama in the world. So a few more, and then we'll move on. It's still cute. I really like it. Here you go. Chris Hemsworth. There's too many freaking Chris's. What is happening? And they're all within the same realm of kind of movies. That's right. It is Thor's brother, which I'm really sad about because he was very cute in To Kill a Mockingbird, or Mockingjay, or whatever. To Kill a Mockingbird. That's not correct. I am totally wrong. Okay. Chris Pine is the son of the actor that was on Chips. Okay, I didn't know that. Sean, this is why you win trivia all the time. So for those of you that are over on Amazon and YouTube, make sure to give us a follow if you do enjoy like dark stuff, especially tarot card stuff, dark reads. You can find all of our socials here, and we do a podcast. And give us a follow on here, because on Fridays we tend to do trivia days featuring our best and greatest Sean over here, who wins all the time. I should keep a tally one of these days and see who actually like wins the trivia game. Okay, next deck on the list. Oh no, we'll do a book. I wasn't able to share this book last week, and I really want to. So here is the field guide to witches. So this is a really cool art book. So if you are an artist at all or know somebody, this is a really cool gift. I'll briefly go over this because this is it's just witchy and it's cute and artsy. So here we have a lot of concept art for different witches, all created by different artists. I can't remember. Oh, it says on the book, an artist grimoire of 20 witches and their worlds. So it covers 20 witches, but there's multiple artists that kind of draw and illustrate how they would draw this particular witch. So this chapter is the gingerbread witch. That's so cute. So here's another illustration of somebody's version of the gingerbread witch, which is hysterical. Let's move on and here's some more explorations of the gingerbread witch. So it's really fun. A great art book with different art styles too, featuring magical, fun witches from folk tales or even gods from all around the world too. So this one is the Snow Queen. So as you can see, there's a lot of different variations. This one is the Spinning Witch. And there's a lot of different factoids about the witch and drawing notes too. It's just a really cool book. I got this personally as a gift as well. And I have yet to actually read through the entire thing. And I really need to make time to do it. Oh, this is really bright. Here we go. So here we have goddesses and guardians. So like the Morrigan, Isis, Freya, Hecate. So many cool, just a lot of cool stuff. Here's my last one. There you go. I think the actual way to say her name is Freya. Sorry, I'm not a Viking. I said Freya. That was an accident. Freya. Here she is with her awesome carriage of cats. All right. I just wanted to share this because it's really cool. I highly recommend it, especially if you have an artist person in your life who also loves witches. This is a fantastic gift, and it's 15% off, and it's a little, I guess, underrated. Some people don't know about this book, but it's amazing. It really is. All right, let me move on to more tarot card decks because that's probably why you're here. Okay, so speaking of witchy, gothic-y stuff, I guess we'll do one of those. The Anne Stokes. So I didn't even know who Anne Stokes was. I confess, until I got this deck, and then I did some research, and I was like, "Holy cow! This is a very famous dark fantasy illustrator. Like she's amazing." So here this is. Also something hilarious with the Amazon listing is our 2 colored wings on the cover. You could probably tell in the carousel. It's holographic, and it was like their version of making a holographic image. It kind of cracked me up. So it's it's beautiful. Nothing like the cover. Here we go. So this is more of a dark fantasy deck versus gothic necessarily. Lots of dragons, unicorns, etc. Our guidebook even has, you'll see, it has like that red, beautiful gold, not foil, embellishment. I lost my word. Anyway, it's really pretty. You'll see here too, we have full illustrations of all the cards that are featured. And this is an oracle deck. So let's see. I don't know if it lists how many cards are actually in here, but it's not the typical 78 cards. We also have different spreads. So warrior spread. There's the sorry. I left my water in the kitchen and I highly regretted it. I started not the podcast, but I started the live stream. I was like, oh no, my water. Anyway, so we have, this is the power of 3 and then the dragon's gift. So one more thing. Let's see if she does a reversal reading. Ooh, here's our Medusa card. That's awesome. I don't think there is a reversal for her cards, but she more has just a lengthier explanation of each card. Let's see. She might briefly mention if you draw this card in reverse, it might mean X, Y, and Z, but I don't think that applies to every card. I hope that makes sense. So let's look at the cards. This is the back. That's a cool design. Very cool. And then the cards also have that beautiful red, so it matches. It's really cute. I like that. Okay, so here we go. I might need to filter some of these. I'm not sure, so I might be a little slower. So here we go. This is Angel Rose. Something I've noticed that's a little different than other cards. I don't know how to pronounce this. Arachniferia. It's gorgeous, whatever it is. Await the Night. Usually Oracle decks will have a little blurb, you know, about each card on the bottom, like along with the title. This one does not, thus the lengthy guidebook. Here's Beyond the Veil. Ooh, that's so pretty. I don't know why I didn't know who this was. Beyond Words. So it's very dark, but beautiful, fantastic, whimsical. It's pretty. Here's another one, Blood Moon, Blue Moon. I do have like a witch moon, a magic moon deck as well that I'll show you guys. Dance with the Dead. Thank you for stopping by, Sean, and chatting with me. I'll definitely talk to you later, especially on Friday for Trivia Day. Here's Dragon Beauty, Dragon Trainer, and I'll do like 2 more. Ooh, this is a fairy enchantment. It's so hard to see. I don't know what happened to my light, but there's actually purple hues, some pink in there. It's hard to see. I'm sorry. These are more colorful than you might imagine, I guess, or even what this is kind of sharing. Oh, this is pretty. Fantasy Forest. And I'll do one more. Okay. This is the Fierce Loyalty card. Very cool. Like super beautiful deck. But I wouldn't necessarily say this is gothic though. More dark fantasy, but you know, I don't know. Everybody labels everything so differently. So this is the Anne Stokes Gothic Oracle. It's really cool. Highly recommend it if you do like darker fantasy illustrations, more traditional illustrations as well, I would say. Okay, let's move forward. I had an idea in my head and now I can't remember what I was going to do. I did talk about the Witch's Moon deck, so let's I'll pull that. Here we go. This is the Witch's Moon Magic deck. So this is by Flavia Kate Peters. This also has a silver, and this is the first time I've seen silver edges on the cards, and I think we need to see more silver, to be honest. That was cool. And it totally reflects, you know, like moon themes. It's really, really beautiful. Here is the back of the deck. Magical. And here is our guidebook. So you'll kind of see here versus the other one we just did. This has just black and white illustrations, pretty small. I wish they did a larger illustration, but this is kind of what it used to be like. I'm seeing more and more tarot card decks have the full color spectrum. This is what it used to be like, is all black and white. So here, one thing that's interesting too with this particular deck is it's very moon. If you have a lot of connections with the moon, it talks about the phases of the moon. We also see what kind of goddess or powers are associated with each card. This is a very, very witchy deck, is all I'm saying. This is definitely for, I would say, more serious witches out there, because there's a lot of really unique stuff in here. Plus, there's even like poetry, haikus, really beautiful stuff. So let's look at the deck itself. I think they had different spreads. Sorry, let me see. I think there's one spread. There's a moon magic spread right here. And just, I want to triple check. Yeah, one spread. Okay, so let's look at the cards in detail. So here we have Moon Essence. Oh, cute. Moon Journal. So I was saying earlier about the previous one, we have a little tiny blurb about what the card is. So this is about comprehension. Here we have the Moon Gazing Hare, and this is hypnotic. Sometimes when you do a really long tarot card read, or if you just want to keep pulling cards as you ask questions, these little blurbs are very helpful so that you don't have to go and it ruins the flow. I hope that makes sense. So you can just kind of keep pulling cards and you're like, oh, resurgence. Okay, that brings up some thoughts, and then you can keep pulling the cards versus going back every single time to the guidebook, unless if you need to. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so this is Moon of Ice. So lots of elements and moons. Moon of Horses, which means freedom, and that's a stunning card. Jeez, beautiful. Okay, Moon Time, sacredness. I think I have to be careful. Some of these cards are not necessarily Amazon Live friendly. Moon Scrying. I'll do a few more. Moon Cakes, cute. New Moon. And then one more, we have Old Moon. Very stunning. Really, really beautiful deck. So if you also have, I guess, a strong association with the moon, you really connect with moon stuff, this is a oracle deck to consider. Plus it goes into a lot of depth about moon magic specifically, which that's what makes this deck a lot more it's unique compared to some other tarot decks or oracle decks that you might find. So this is Witch's Moon Magic. It's really beautiful, very beautiful illustrations. Okay, so springtime is coming, and I'm really excited about it. I guess I'm like I'm a weird goth. I like the sun. I might not be considered goth, I guess. Is there like a middle? I've got like the goth mentality, but the dress, I've got half of that down too, but I like the sun. I really do. So I have a lot of earthy springtime cards as well, because a lot of people like to, do tarot or oracle decks associated with the seasons. So this one is the Herbal Astrology Oracle. Granted, plants grow all year round, but springtime is like big time. So this one's fun. Very, very planty. I can't even think of the word right now. So here's our guidebook. Sometimes I just gotta stop talking. It's very large, the guidebook, but there's no photos. I am noticing everything in here. Let me just triple check to make sure I'm correct. I think it's alphabetical. No. So you might be able to see here, we have herbs all associated with the planets. So herbs of Jupiter, an example of that is oh my God. I'm not going to say that word because I always mix it up with echidna, and it's not right. Okay. So herbs of Saturn, let's do that. Cannabis, comfrey, arnica, horsetail are all herbs of Saturn. We have herbs of the asteroids, even like dragon's blood, lemon balm, and dandelion. So I'm even learning some stuff. You'll see too on the very top of each plant when you are doing your drawing, we have what it means upright and reversed, and the astrological ruler. So for instance, Gotu Kala, which I've never heard of, is associated with higher consciousness, and it's ruled by Mercury and the moon. Then it breaks down the card even further, the history of the plant. Oh my God. And guidance as far as like what the actual card means. So it's really cool. Very, very in-depth. So let's look at the cards generally. Here's the back. Very beautiful. I dig it. I have to be careful because there are some naked ladies, and Amazon Live doesn't like that. Here's Mugwort. These are stunning illustrations. Very different, unique. I love them. These are just beautiful. Here, I like that card, but I don't think I can technically show it. Here is Hibiscus, Yarrow. So it looks like there's some, you might be able to see some cultural significance to a lot of these cards and learn a few things. This is Makuna. This is Gotu Kala. So there might even be some folklore embedded in some of these cards, these stories. This is Tulsi, and you'll see too on the very top, you can see these signs, the planetary actual symbols up here. I don't know if you can see that, but that's also really cool. If you are more familiar with those and you can just pull them right up, then you'll know which plant is associated with which planet. Here's lavender. Oh, my poor child. She's having a problem because allergies are so bad. I can't show that one, and I'll do one more. Here's tobacco, and then we'll do Babinsana. So beautiful, beautiful oracle deck. It's very different. It's perfect for springtime. This is the Herbal Astrology Oracle. I think this is one that I will have to sit with a little bit. Definitely read through some things. Take a break, do some self-care, and do some fun readings with the Herbal Astrology Oracle. It's really cool. I did do a single card pull for somebody last time we did do this particular tarot stream, and it was really great. The reading was really oddly accurate and very well written out. So I can attest it's pretty good tarot deck. All right, let's go on to, speaking of themes and decks that are perfect for the season. Oh no, did I not add it? I didn't. Well, let me find it real quick and I will add it to the live stream. I have a Beltane Witch's Oracle, and it is perfect because Beltane is going to be next month. So this is from the Seasons of the Witch particular tarot oracle series. Let me grab it. Sorry. It's 43% off right now, so it's a great time to grab it. So they have the Samhain deck, Beltane, and they have a Yule deck. And I believe they are working on Lammas. I think they're working on another one. Mabon. I don't know how to say that. So these guys put out, I would say almost yearly, at least a new season of the witch, a holiday that's very Wicca, Celtic, pagan based. These are really fun. They all have, so every deck, so the Samhain deck, Beltane, Yule, they all have a theme, a similar, a few similar design features. So like for instance, they all have a moon on the back, but then they have different looks. So this one clearly is featuring bees. It's yellow, whereas the Samhain deck is red and sinister and has like hands reaching for the moon. They also, all of them have beautiful embellishments on the side. This one's gold. Perfect for Beltane, perfect for coming of spring, renewal, energy, all kinds of cool stuff. So here is what the deck looks like on the guidebook. So here we go. We get a full page photo. Well, not a full page photo, but a pretty decent sized photo. We get I just think it's a regular reading. No reverse or upright. But then there's like a tiny little blurb here. Something that if you just want a quick read, it's really handy to have, so you can just keep pulling cards and you can stay in that flow state. Another thing that's really cool about these decks, in particular, the Seasons of the Witch, is they all have different spreads and they're all associated with each season. So this one is our Beltane cross spread, but they have other ones here. We have the 3-card spread, which all have different questions that are all Beltane themed. They, let's see, I know there's a whole bunch. There's a self-worship spread, a goddess spread for finding the right path. Let's see what else. Creation spread for starting something new, because it is Beltane, versus like the Samhain deck. Actually, let me pull the Samhain deck so you guys can get a feel for it too. Hold on. It's right here, I promise. Of course, it's on the bottom. Okay, so something I just wanted to share it with you. You guys can get both of these if you click through to the Seasons of the Witch. But with like the Seasons of the Witch Samhain deck, some of the questions you might get comparatively are like a graveyard spread, You have a shadow spread, the moon phases spread. So they have different fun, cool themed things associated with it. Here's the difference, but they're kind of the same. So it's a really cool collection of cards is what I'm trying to say. I'm like, please buy these because they're cool. Anyway, so let's look at these cards, the art itself, because the art too is really fun. Again, I have to be a little careful. There are some naked ladies in here, so Amazon Live doesn't like that. Here's Earth Worship. This is the Lovers. So this one definitely has a lot more color. It's vibrant, definitely emphasizing like yellows and pinks. There's a lot of floral or bee themes. This one's an interesting card. Honey. Some of them can be a little sinister. This is bee. This one is Oracle. Let's see. Oracle. I'll do a few more. This one is Pegasus. And you can see there are some darker themes here, but it's not a dark deck. Here's Phoenix. Very Beltane. Primal. Ribbons. Oh my god, that's very cool. And then I'll do one more. This is Rowan. And again, you'll see on the very bottom a small snippet of what this card means so you don't have to get out of that flow state. Like, there's no need to fear, dear one. Protected you are and protected you will always be. So very nice and handy to have. And then I'll just briefly show you guys the Samhain deck, which you guys can find in the carousel below as well. If you click through, so like the Samhain deck on the other hand, so the darker one, because it's Samhain, this one is Witch, the Veil, very similar art style, but definitely different aesthetic. The Underworld, Transformation, and then I'll do one more and I'll share with you guys what the little blurb is. So here's Spider, and this is what it says here. What a wild web we weave, dear child, a delicious mystery untamed. So both of these are excellent decks, and Carrie, my co-host, she has the Yule deck, which I have yet to look at. So it'd be great to get all three of them. And then I think they should be releasing a new Seasons of the Witch this year. And I can't remember which holiday it's going to cover. And it's all Celtic holidays. Keep that in mind. All right. So that was the Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle. Highly recommend it. We have a few more decks to go through. So bear with me as I put some of these away. Trying to keep organized. Otherwise, these would be all over the place. So let's see if I hope I added this other one. I might have missed it. Okay, let's do this one. It's fun. It's a little more refreshing. Here we go. I say refreshing in a good way. Like, we've been doing really serious, very witchy or springy oracle decks. Let's do something a little fun. This is the Magic of Marvel. So if you're a Marvel fan, or if you know somebody who is a Marvel fan, this would be a great gift for yourself or for a friend. Magic of Marvel. So let me share with you guys the guidebook first. I love Storm so much. She is one of my favorites. So here are our cards featuring some amazing Marvel characters. Some are characters that are more obscure, like only super comic nerds would know about them. And then there's others, of course, like Thor, Spider-Man, etc., that are featured in here. And our famous X-Men. Can't forget X-Men because they're the best. Shh, I have favorites. Okay, so here we have Spectrum. We also have just a brief little thing here. It says, be blinded by the light. Ms. Marvel. I cannot wait for a Ms. Marvel movie, like the new Ms. Marvel. Moon Knight. Aunt May. Even Aunt May gets a little spotlight in this. Here, let's go. Here we have Venom. So it's not just superheroes, but also villains. Wiccan. I've never even heard of Wiccan before. Thanos. Everybody knows him. We got Storm. I'm arguing one of the best X-Men. Squirrel Girl. I love Squirrel Girl too. I'll try not to nerd too much because, man, I'm obsessed. Spider-Man, of course. She-Hulk, again, another favorite. Oh, I have so many things I'm excited about. The Scarlet Witch. Nick Fury. Let's do a few more of these. We have Black Panther. Emma Frost, kind of our anti-hero. Ghost Rider, even. And I'll do two. Oh, I want to show you guys we also have Deadpool, of course, but I wanted to share or find, I think there is a Rogue and Gambit card together. Ooh, Mystique is a great card. Excellent card. Domino is one of my favorites that a lot of people don't really know about. Let's see. Here's Rogue and Gambit, our lovers for, I mean, like the best lovers in the Marvel universe for sure. So if you are looking for a really fun deck and you love Marvel, check this one out. This is the Magic of Marvel, the Oracle deck, and it is my Inside Editions. That's why it's so colorful. It's really informative. It has, oh, I've never actually checked. I think it does. Oh, yes. It has their own Marvel spread. So we have Shapeshifter, The Web. What else do we have? We have another Oracle spread, just a basic Oracle spread. We have Ready, Aim, Fire. Cute. Okay. I'll do a few more decks here. So let's see if I can find them. Deep, Dangerous, Dark. So a lot of people are getting into shadow work. So how do I describe this? So like the instead of looking at all the stuff that's in the forefront, things that you're always looking at, your light work, even the, I guess some people might say the good parts too. The shadow work is really fun because it's kind of more internal. If you're trying to find a really interesting tarot deck to do more of that shadow work stuff, the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle is a really cool deck, and it's very unique, and it features a lot of monsters in mythology or creatures and gods as well. Some of these are Celtic or in they're Gaelic, so I cannot pronounce them, or I have not had the time to do a Google search to figure it out. If you don't know, it's hard to pronounce some of these things, or it doesn't look the way it's pronounced. So here we have the Edge. It's red. I'm liking that a lot of tarot decks are kind of doing this now. It's all shiny. We all like shiny stuff. Here's the back of the cards. Beautiful. Very stunning. So here is our Oracle book, and they're very generous with our descriptions and breakdowns because it is more shadow work stuff. So I'll just give you guys an example. So they have a Mithras, one that means loyalty. If you want loyalty, be worthy of it. Hold to your agreements. If you make promises to yourself, keep them. You may be used to holding to your agreements with others, but neglecting yourself. Trust relates to loyalty. So there's a duality section on each card and a deep dive of each myth, each monster, what each thing means. We have a crystal companion and a plant companion also listed here. So lots of cool stuff with this, and I like the stories, the extra myths associated with it, so you can kind of get a gist of what the card actually means and the creature or person. So here we go. Here we have a harpy. These are beautiful. Oh no, we've already got a Norse creature that I cannot remember or pronounce. I'm so sorry. Hecate or Hecate for some people. Depends. Here we go. Some more. This is a really cool deck, though. Like, I love mythology, and I especially love creatures and monsters. So this is definitely one that I'm going to definitely work with. A chimera. A banshee. This is an interesting illustration for a banshee. That's cool. Here's our werewolf. The Morrigan. I cannot wait to learn more about the Morrigan. We have Anubis as well. Kali is one of my favorite goddesses. Circe. A dragon. So lots of really fun stuff in this. And this Kraken card is I mean, this is just, if I could frame this, to be honest, I would. It is stunning. It is unique. It's just a beautiful, I mean, as far as like illustrations go, that's a stunner. Here's a Selkie shadow, and I'll do a few more. A Myrmidon. I've seen some of these before, so I want to go a little further and dive into some more of these. We have Nyx, our goddess of the night. Karen, or Charon, I don't know how to pronounce that actually. We have a Minotaur, creepy Minotaur from Greek mythology. Persephone, ooh, very cool. And then I'll do one more. This one is Mithras, which we just kind of looked at. I love that. So if you are looking for a deck that specifically does more shadow work, it's more honest with you, or it breaks through some of our exterior facade, and it's diving more into some of the things that maybe we really sincerely need to hear, some of the bad stuff even. And it's helpful. Like, these are all ways of being, like, trying to learn to be better. Whether or not you believe in oracle decks or tarot as a magical thing, it's a really great way to do mindfulness exercises as well. Think about what you truly want, and that's kind of what shadow work does. So here is the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle for those of you that are interested. And we'll do one more tarot card deck of today. Hopefully I have it in the carousel, or at least one of these in the carousel. Let's end with something fun. And I didn't grab, so some of these I didn't grab, but you could find in our Amazon shop. We have an entire tarot card section. You can see a lot of the tarot card decks that we've collected over the time. Like, we have this Nightmare Before Christmas deck, which is really awesome. So, but I don't have it in my carousel currently. We'll be doing more of these later. So make sure to give us a follow if you want to be notified anytime we do any cool live streams. And we do trivia days on Fridays. So you might want to follow if you want to hang out and do trivia with Sean and I, at least. So let's do one last deck. Here, I was trying to find the Hocus Pocus deck. We're going to end with Hocus Pocus because everybody loves Hocus Pocus. So here, this is by Inside Editions. It is a regular tarot card deck. Here we go. I'll share with you guys the guidebook. So again, we have colored photos for our minor arcana, but full color photos for our major arcana, which is fun. This one's on sale for 32% off. That's pretty nice. This would make a really great gift, or, you know, for a friend, family members who like Hocus Pocus. Here is the back of the cards. It's not super exciting. I wish they put actual glitter on there and sealed it or something, because I think Hocus Pocus deserves like something really frilly. Here we go. We have a suit of candles. This is so cute. A suit of pumpkins. We also have a suit of lightning. Of course we do, because, you know, we have to. Here's the sun. I love this. Such a cool card. We have the Hermit. We also have a suit of potions. So we have potions, pumpkins, lightning, and oh no, I forgot what the other one is already. Oh, candles, as we see here. Beautiful, fun stuff. I like it. Transformation. Oh, the Emperor. Let's share with you guys some of the other cards here. Oh my goodness. So we have, it's fun. This one almost looks like a scene. We have, of course, the Fool. But we also have here King of Lightning. Love that. Let's move forward to this. Ooh. Of course, this is great. That's such a fun scene. I mean, if you've watched the movies, you'll notice that a lot of these scenes are in the movies. So it's pretty awesome how they've been able to put that into these oracle or these tarot decks. Okay, let me find the sisters. Come on, where are you? Here we go. We have the Magician. And then I know we have more. Oh, the King of Potions. Oh my goodness, here we go. And the Moon. I can't find Sarah anywhere. Where is she? Oh, here we go. The High Priestess. There we go. So if you are looking for a really fun, cute, but also witchy and a just lightly spooky deck, there is the Hocus Pocus Tarot card deck. This is by Inside Editions. Let me put this one away real quick, and then I'll show you guys the box again because it's very, very, very cute. Hold on a second. Here we go. So Hocus Pocus, tarot card deck, and guidebook. So thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. Again, make sure to give me a follow if you do like dark stuff, the Halloween aesthetic, etc. We do tend to go live often and more as the year goes on, and Christmas time and all of that stuff, back to school, Halloween especially is our month. So make sure to give us a follow if you want any notifications on that. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Thanks so much.